In this video, I'll be discussing the rise of the portfolio career, what this means, how to incorporate this into our careers and potentially benefit from it, and also whether it's the right fit for us. So if you're considering entering the gig economy or are already a freelancer or fellow musician participating in it, this video is for you. Hello everyone, my name is Yao Tong and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a musician based in Singapore and I've been a freelancer since returning from my studies about 8 years ago. In my channel, I'll be posting weekly video tips on how to become a successful musician or freelancer based on my experiences so far. So if you're new to this and interested to hear more about these topics, do consider subscribing and leaving a like if you found this video helpful. Before we dive right into the discussion of what a portfolio career is, I think it's important to look at some trends in the workplace in 2020 and beyond. So the nature of how we work is always changing. In our parents' or grandparents' generation, people expect to work for one company for their entire careers. My mom, for example, worked 43 years in the same company. These days, most of us expect to have a few successive permanent jobs. And as we look to the future, flexible work arrangements might become the norm. Remote work and the importance of flexibility, freedom, and lifestyle is increasingly valued by the current workforce. In fact, the global situation has probably accelerated this shift. The internet has broken down a lot of the traditional barriers for full-time employment. There has been a rise in the number of businesses trying to match freelancers to companies, and you can see this even for professional work. While full-time employment is not going to go away and still probably the best fit for the majority of us, the gig economy and freelance work for most industries are growing and evolving. For artists and musicians, freelancing and participating in the gig economy are our most common career paths. In fact, the term gig economy originated from our very own one-off gigs. In our industry, this has been the norm for a long time, and this is because statistically there are just so many more musicians and artists compared to full-time work. In fact, musicians on salaried jobs often have other side income as well. As this global trend accelerates, I believe that more and more people will participate in the gig economy, and one of the ways this can be realized is through the portfolio career. A portfolio career can be compared with a stock portfolio, which usually consists of stocks or other financial instruments from a variety of different industries. Likewise, instead of having one main source of income, someone with a portfolio career will have multiple employers or streams of income. This can be a mixture of part-time, self-employment, or temporary contract work, and this usually occurs at the same time. The key aspect of the portfolio career is self-management, who you choose to work for, when you work, what type of projects you take on, and how much you are worth are usually within your control. Let's examine some of the benefits of the portfolio career. Work flexibility, choosing the type of work and who to work for, multiple income streams, not just one boss, a wide variety of work, so this is only limited to your skills and imagination, more control in your personal and professional growth, which leads to freedom, and also better work-life integration. Just like in a financial portfolio, you have better flexibility to balance your life as your needs change. Of course, a portfolio career is not without its downsides as well. There's a huge upfront financial risk. This is very similar to starting a business. There is also fluctuating income streams, long-term, and more so in the beginning stages of setting up your career. There's potentially isolation. Unlike going to work, a lot of freelance work is off-site, independent at home. This can be mitigated, of course, by renting a co-working space and networking, but you do not have your usual group of colleagues that you work with. Not all jobs will pay your worth. There are certain jobs that are just lower paid. And number 5, lack of security, the big one. Now that we understand the portfolio career better, let's figure out the various ways we can incorporate this into our careers. In the next segment, you probably need paper or a notebook to jot down some thoughts. You could also use your phone if you're not using it to watch this video. Here are the things that I hope you can list down. Number 1, what you love. These are the type of work and also social causes that you really believe in that will make you jump out of bed in the morning because you're so excited to do them. For me, this might be performances. When I play in orchestra, or when I have a performance with my school band, or even when I'm managing a project and it's all coming together the first time. Those are things that make me really, really excited. So take a moment, try and write some of these things down. think through, and you can pause the video at this point. And for number 2, what you are good at. These are the skills that you have developed over time and that you have an advantage over your peers. For musicians, this could be your playing, but it also could be things like conducting, arranging, recording, and even skills like video editing, graphic design, negotiation, or even public speaking. So there are many skills in this category. Take some time to think through and again write them down. The third thing I would like you to list down is what pays well. If you are already working, you probably have a good sense of this. If you're still a student and not quite sure, think about someone who is slightly ahead in their careers, someone you look up to, what do they do, and what are they contributing to the market. And then think about it on your point of view. What can you contribute to the market and get paid in the same time? Now that we have all this written down, let's see if any of our lists intersect as shown in the diagram on the screen. The great thing about having a portfolio career is you don't have to just choose one of those things that you have listed down. It allows you to do a combination of different things, and you can build your career based on the things you love. For example, perhaps something you love might not be high paying. This can be offset by doing something else that you are very good at and pays well. The portfolio career thus gives us the flexibility of shaping your career around your different needs, financial, career development, and also your passion. This exercise hopefully helps you discover your why, because without a clear understanding of this, it is easy to end up getting stuck and taking on work which might not be suitable for you. It is an honest look at your skills and wants, and also what you can offer in the industries you choose to operate in. For artists and musicians, it might mean being able to develop your career around the various aspects of your industry. Or it could also mean doing some work outside the industry which enables us to perform and do the work we love. If you are currently employed full-time and is considering a shift towards a portfolio career, the great news is that most jobs already require a portfolio of skills that you have built up in your career so far. You are probably a specialist already at what you do, so think about the other skills you have built up in your career and see if there's any chance to further develop this into something tangible. It's now easier than ever to start a side hustle or hobby online which could develop into a business. So try some of this before making the jump. You will find out quite quickly whether you can handle juggling multiple things at the same time. In the meanwhile, be sure to build up your cash flow and network, because that can be a source of work as well. Now that we know what a portfolio career is and how to incorporate this into our careers, the question to ask ourselves is this the right fit for us? To help us with this decision, here are the things that you should figure out. Know your financial numbers. Can you afford the time and space to actually make this transition happen? Know your values. Are you looking for stability, security and benefits, or freedom and flexibility? Is a prestigious position important to you? Do you seek variety or structure? Do you love networking? And where do you see yourself in the future? The portfolio career is good for people with a natural curiosity in numerous unrelated subjects. They usually excel in 2 or more different fields. It's not quite as good for people with existing financial considerations, perhaps debt that you have to pay off quite immediately, or you're just starting a family. Perhaps you need the insurance that comes with full-time employment, or it's just not the correct milestone or time in your career for such a change. Ultimately, you need to focus on you. Find the meaning and purpose to your life. Whether you choose to sell your services to one company or to sell your time part-time to a variety of people, take ownership of your career. Taking the responsibility for creating work that suits you then gives you the chance to take your time to work on things that you are passionate about. This is true for all ages and across all industries, and we must always look to acquire new skills, because this makes us economically resistant to things like layoffs and downturns and recessions. It is up to us to invent new ways of work. I hope this video has been helpful to you in figuring out the next steps of your career. As usual, please leave your comments below. What do you think of the portfolio career, and is it something that you might be interested in? Please like and subscribe and click on the bell icon so that YouTube will inform you the next time my video is released. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you next time.